Joey, what's going on, man?
You son of a bitch. JB, what's happening, brother?
I can't believe we're doing this live. There is zero chance we don't fuck this up halfway through. But
But look, hey,
give it a little college
after
try.
enough, dude, come on. We've done how many? This is episode 8, brother, right?
Mm,
Eventually, it's time to put on the big boy pants and do the damn thing. You know what I mean?
it's more so one of those things. I'm not going to spend the time to record and then listen to it afterwards before posting it. So fuck it, we'll do it live. We'll just fucking do it live. Let's go.
Might as well, man. Might as well.
So, took a week off. Had a lot of personal stuff, work stuff going on for both of us. So took a week off there. But
Yeah.
let's start off tonight with what are you drinking?
So I got something weird going on here. It's a beer. It's called North Shore Beefs, like the roast beef sandwich, bro. I don't even know who makes this. There's no sign of a company on this label. It's just a big picture of a roast beef sandwich, barbecue sauce coming out the sides, looks like a few pickles in there, and it just says North Shore Beefs on it. And it's not bad, actually.
That is one of the oddest beers I've ever heard of in my life. So I'll give you props to that. Maybe I'm a little higher class than you. I'm thinking Treehouse, man. Stopped by the
Oh,
new Greater Boston location in Tewksbury today. And I got to tell you,
I hate you.
I really can't wait until they open up for drafts because their pickup system was like amazing. Like, again,
So
we're North Shore,
what do you
right?
mean?
So it's
They don't have anything on draft, so what do you do? I don't get it.
basically place your order online. You go there, you park, you hit a button says I'm here, give them your car make, and within 5 minutes of me hitting that button, someone came out, said, "This is your
Uh,
order." Went over for me, put it in my trunk, drove back. Again, I was door to door in less than 40 minutes. That's amazing when
dude,
it takes over an hour to get to Treehouse normally.
we're so fucking spoiled, man. So
So
fucking
amazing.
spoiled. That is dangerous. That is a dangerous service. It's a threat to the community, I believe.
Yeah. So the beer I'm drinking of theirs is called Hello Greater Boston. I've never had it before. It's pretty good. I think it's brand new because of their Greater Boston location. This is a double
Huh.
IPA. That'll be switching to my favorite beer of theirs as we digress into this episode, Alter Ego. That's a
Alter
classic
ego.
for me. That's a classic one.
Huh. I don't know if I've had that one.
Oh well, you know my alter ego, so might as well keep going with that.
Yeah, you
All right.
sick demonic. Dude, the Treehouse is amazing, man. I'm actually I'm psyched that they make it that easy. I gotta do that. The pickup process. It's too good to be true, man.
It is. It is. All right. So we got a lot to cover. So let's dive in. We're going to recap the last 2 weeks since we were off last week. Dive into what is one of the most odd NFL seasons ever, and that I've been alive for
Yeah.
at least. So talk week 6
Yeah.
picks, talk college football, and we'll graze on this UFC card here. I don't think either one of us are super excited before it. It's kind of a layover card until the what has potential to be one of the best cards of the year on next
Sure.
week. So
Yeah, on paper, gotta be already, but we'll see if it delivers. We'll see if they keep all the fights. But for this week, man, I guess we'll talk about Grasso versus Arugio. God damn it, is that a main event? That's unfortunate.
before we dig into it, though, a little bit update on Massachusetts sports betting, and it's not good news.
Whoa.
Not good news. So the latest is they approved something last week apparently where retail will be alive basically late January. They basically want to have it in place for the Super Bowl, but they're saying mobile is not going to be there till early March, with the goal being March Madness. I said from day one when they said it was going to be here for this football season, I thought that was a pipe dream. I said I was going to be pissed off if it's here after March Madness. So if they get it in, mobile sports betting, I can sit on my couch and bet some, March Madness. I'm happy. If they miss that deadline, it's going to be bullshit, in my opinion.
Dude, come on, man. So wait, retail, what are the options? I mean,
Really, it's
what do we
Encore
have?
when I think about it. Like maybe
Yeah.
Plain Ridge Casino in Massachusetts, technically. I guess you could bet there.
Yeah.
But really, I mean, if you're in Boston, I think it's really Encore.
Yep.
They're set up and
Yep.
ready to go. I mean, but it's just, it's ridiculous it's taking this long, is all I'll say.
Bullshit, man. I'm pissed that they dangled the fucking carrot and said, what did they say? Oh, it'll be here by October or something
Yeah.
stupid like that when they first launched started publishing the news, right? That's
Mhm.
garbage. It's garbage, bro. I can't take it anymore driving up to goddamn New Hampshire, going right to the border. Dude, we've covered this. I
You
can't
know?
do it anymore. I hate it.
So all I'll say is New Hampshire, enjoy my money for at least the rest of this year. Hopefully you get none of my money in 2023. But you got the rest of
Yeah.
it for 2022. All right, let's recap the last 2 weeks. I guess we'll start 2 weeks ago. We did cover it. We were going to go to the DraftKings Sportsbook at Foxwoods. We
Hmm.
did go to the DraftKings Sportsbook at Foxwoods.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll dive into DraftKings in a second, but it was one of the most profitable weekends I've ever had gambling. Um, there's a reason for that, which we can digress into. But I guess the first one was a rather large wager on the NC State Clemson game where I put the box score up there. I think it was 6 points in the first quarter.
Mm.
The over under, if I recall correctly, was 46 and a half. So I was sweating a little bit. They pulled it out in the end. So a nice little bit of play money, if you will, play money.
Right.
And
right.
Joe, I don't know if you want to talk about the conversation we had before the what was it? Stanford versus Oregon game. That was Stanford versus Oregon.
Yeah, well, I mean, we had been at the sports book for, I don't know, 5 hours, which, by the way, fantastic sports book there. I give it 4.5 stars, man. I think, they did it up nice. If you're going to drop a sports book in Foxwoods like DraftKings did, you want it to be legit. And this was legit, man. Multi-level, multi-floor, huge TVs all over the place, private rooms, mobile betting kiosks. I was impressed. All right, so you spend 5 hours in that kind of environment. JB and Joey get a little carried away. We get thirsty as well, right? So carried away and thirsty, you start mixing things that end up in aggressive results. So at 11:30 p.m., I believe, maybe it was a little earlier than that. I don't know. We had a couple, right? We had more than a couple.
More than a couple. More than a couple.
So you approached me with a proposition, and you were so confident, man. It blew me away. I figured this guy knows something I don't. And you just went all in on the over. It was the what time did they kick off?
I think it was 11 o'clock kickoff. It might have been an 11:30 kickoff, but I want to say it was 11.
Sure. So after what Oregon has done to us in the past few weeks, they've done us dirty, bro. They've done us dirty. But you said to me, you looked me in the eye and you said, "This is it. This is what legends are made of." And I jumped right on the train without hesitation. I think how many units? How many units you put on that?
It was a max 10 unit play. It was a max 10 unit play. I will say, had I lost that Clemson game, it would have not been. But when you got some free money, you live a little dangerously. Again, we were feeling no pain by any means there, but Oregon was not going to fuck us again. And when it's the last game, I was like, we gotta stick with this. We gotta stick with this. The UFC card was over by that point. I think any parlays I had in other college games were done, and I was like, I want more. I want a little bit more.
Well, look, dude, I mean, there is some logic to this as well. When you have a night out with the guys, you're at the casino. Fuck, Joey threw a blazer on. Make a night of it. If you got one game left in the evening, right? Everyone's feeling good. Let's have a little fun. Roll the fucking dice. Roll out 10 units. Do what you got to do. It made sense. But I wasn't thinking that when I was talking to you at 10:58 p.m. when you made your pitch. Because the logic didn't matter. I just had so much confidence in what you were preaching that I tailed you in. You know what? It really ended up making the night. And by that, I mean when I was trying to get a goddamn Uber in Connecticut at 1:30 in the morning, watching that final field goal go through the uprights to hit that over, it then made my night, man. I think I lost you at one point in the night. I'm pretty sure I did.
I was not with you when that bet hit. I can know that much. I mean, again, it was not. I mean, again, looking back on it, the over was 63. So it hit. I mean, it hit by a good amount, one would argue, but not egregiously. It wasn't certainly over by any means. So, yeah, no, agree with you. It made the night and gave me some more winnings to, this is 2 weeks. I don't remember. I think it was the Eagles Jags over hit for me. And then I had like that as well as a parlay with the Cardinals +1 against Carolina. So again, when you win money, it's very easy to be profitable. That's true. I will agree with you on Foxwoods, DraftKings Sportsbook. It was good. I will say, and this is not a knock against them, it felt more like a sports bar than a sports book to me. Definitely just felt more of a bar type feel. So again, there's a couple others I'd like to check out. I'm looking more for that Vegas sports book feel than necessarily a sports bar. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair critique. I mean, certainly better than nothing. I don't know if they were going for that. Probably were. They were going for more of a bar kind of feel to it. But either way, man, it was good. I was impressed. And man, that was a hell of a weekend, man. You talk about fucking being up We were up, brother. We were up.
Yep. So last two things about this week. I am a little upset about us. We did not do our red or black on roulette. I think we tried. I remember trying with you.
Yeah.
But for those who don't know, Price is Right was at Foxwoods and the tables were a fucking zoo. So we tried to do it in between games and it was just impossible. So I am a little ashamed about that because we did talk about that the other episode.
We're better than that, JB. We're better than that, man. I think we got caught up in these fucking 10-unit ridiculous bets, man. If we had some kind of normal evening, we would have found ourselves at the table.
Yeah, a little hard to walk away from the TV when you have 10 units on it.
Exactly, dude.
And you're not bringing up the last piece of clip art I have up here with my little alien. You got any
got?
thoughts on that?
Alien. What happened with aliens in the past 2 weeks?
So the rumor was at that UFC event, Zuckerberg was going to rent out the event.
That didn't happen,
and
right?
It did. It did. He rented it out.
Dana White said it was bullshit, bro. He said
Dana White was sitting next to him as it was fucking happening.
All right.
So,
well, what about the aliens, dude?
Zuckerberg's an alien. He's not a real human being. So that's
Oh, dude. Okay. Is that like a well-known thing, or did you just make that up?
No, just like I've listened to him talk, and I know he's a fucking genius and smart and stuff. But like when you talk to him, like he's not human. Like he's just
dude. Do you remember when he was at a hearing or some shit with Congress, and he was sipping on the water, and everyone thought he was like a robot alien? Okay, yeah.
No, like the only thing I don't know if you remember the first Men in Black movie with the guy, the alien who like takes the like farmer's body, and he's like water with sugar. Like that's fucking Zuckerberg in my opinion.
Yeah, but dude, he went on Rogan in the past month, and he sounded like a semi-normal dude. Did you see any of that?
I did not. Joe Rogan cranks out podcasts too much for me to keep up with him, man. I love him, but he's too often.
Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly not tuning in every guest he has. I got to have some remote interest in whoever he has on there. Like I just watched, what was it, yesterday? I watched him with Tulsi Gabbard. Like Tulsi Gabbard, she's a cool chick. I like her. So I watched it. And they're also tough, bro, because it's like 3 hours, man. How the fuck are you going to do that, you know?
I don't know.
Anyway, yeah, nice Zuckerberg call out there, man.
I like that. And this following week, which would be last week, I have nothing to say besides I was ice cold. Did not want to bet in college or in NFL. Luckily, the weekend before completely shielded any damage that was going to do. I will say there were a couple frustrating, a couple overs that missed because of missed field goals and missed extra points, and that's always frustrating. But I still think I have a feel for college. I think it's just easier to bet. I think anyone that really bets football will tell you college is just easier. I am going to be severely cautious in the NFL going forward.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bad football being played. It's not great. I think really we're almost, and I hate using this because like I really think it's almost an any given Sunday. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. And honestly, it hasn't been that way in a long time. So it's great for entertainment. It's terrible for gambling.
For sure, dude. It's bloodbath. I'm gonna pump the brakes with the NFL, man. Truly, like when I put together just a single parlay, I was already trying to pump the brakes. One parlay I had going last week, it was a couple short shots, man. I took the Vikings -2.5 against the Bears, that hit. Took the Niners straight up money line over the Panthers, that hit. I took the Eagles at -2.5, that barely hit. They won by a field goal to beat the Cardinals, and then I shoot you a text, JB, on Monday night because we got the Kansas City Chiefs playing the lowly Raiders at Arrowhead, bro. And I said, I just need Chiefs -3. That's all I need. Chiefs -3. That's it. Boom. Right? What did you say to me? You said, anything -7 or less. You got this. I'm like, all right, cool. I got this. Fuck that. Chiefs go down 14-0. No, they went down 17-0 for Christ's sake. I don't even want to talk about it. You are correct, JB. It's time to pump the brakes and perhaps enjoy what's going on right now with the NFL as a fan. You know what I mean? Any given Sunday. Let's go.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
That Chiefs one's tough to swallow because I've been burned by the Raiders every game, and that was the one game. Like I'm not.
You have.
I'm not betting the Raiders. They're gonna get smoked by the Chiefs, and you told me that bet, and I was like, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna." I wasn't even gonna honestly watch the game because I thought the Chiefs were gonna blow them out. And then when you told me you had that bet, I was like, "All right, we'll put it on the background." And when I was watching, I was like, "This is just absurd. Like this shouldn't be happening right now. I don't.
Yeah,
nothing makes sense." And like Travis Kelce scores 4 touchdowns, and they win by a point.
Yep. Dude, and you have so much bullshit going on. They have a backup kicker in there who's like high school level, for Christ's sake. He's knocking extra points like off uprights and going like that's stressful enough. Then you got roughing the passer. You know how I feel about this shit. Now, that Brady roughing the passer, that was last week as well, wasn't it?
Correct. They're
Yeah,
both
so
very, very bad calls.
oh my god, brutal, horrible, no good, very bad. So whatever, dude. Tough loss. I'm still gonna. I'm gonna. There's gonna be a parlay going on this week with NFL, but I'm telling you, man, it's tough. It's tough out there, JB. It's tough.
I agree with you. It's parlay city for me in NFL right now. I mean, it kind of always has been, but I'm not even comfortable throwing a couple units on anything I feel confident about at this point. But
Exactly. Exactly.
let's before we move on here, just gotta. That's a great audio. Crack open a
What do you
nice
got?
little. Now I'm drinking the alter ego, so we'll see things get really crazy all of a sudden.
Oh, this is you're weird. You're so who makes that, by the way?
Treehouse, man.
Oh yeah, fuck. You already said
Doing
that.
nothing but Treehouse tonight, man. Got to support the new brewery. They really need my money so bad. They're really struggling as a
They
brewery.
don't need
so.
your support, dude. Oh my god.
Survivor picks. I mean, we're both not alive. I know you technically only have one X and I have 3, so you're technically
I'm mostly alive, bro. I'm mostly alive.
But yeah, I have nothing to say this. I was gonna throw the standings up there. We're tracking it for the shoeys. I'm gonna have to do a lot of shoeys right now. But I think things are gonna change.
Yeah.
Things are gonna
Remember,
change.
I'm glad that you remember that net shoey bet. I feel horrible, by the way, about this upcoming week for me. I remember when I first picked this and I had the Colts. I'm like, Colts against the Jags. Colts are gonna be sick this year. Colts are embarrassing, bro. Embarrassing. Holy shit. And the Jags, they're up and down, but I feel really nervous about that week 6 pick.
Agree with you. That being said, the Colts did beat the Chiefs. And
So
I have
fucking weird. So fucking weird.
I have the Packers against the Jets. That should be a lock.
How do you feel good about that after what the Jets have been doing? The 3-2 Jets.
Okay. Pump the brakes. They're
I'm
3-2. That win against the Dolphins, they were playing a third string quarterback. Bridgewater got hurt in the first play of the game. Facts.
Are you playing music?
No.
Dude, I kind of like it.
I'm playing
Cool.
music.
Am I the only one hearing it?
I hope so.
Oh, you know what, dude?
You have something
It's
open
one
in the
of those-
browser
yeah,
that
yeah,
you're
you know what?
watching.
Dude, I have a browser open. I have a browser open with ESPN, and I just had a Volvo C40 Recharge pop-up ad just come up. It was a pretty cool song.
Good for you.
I'm
Good for you.
embarrassed. I'm embarrassed.
Quality live television here, folks. All right.
Man.
Let's get into football and see how bad we're going to do in NFL this week. I'm not going to try to sugarcoat it. Things are not going well in the NFL. Can we skip this next game? Thursday Night Football, Washington at Chicago. Chicago -1, over under 38. I'm not watching it. Are you?
Maybe. Only because I'm interested. No, I'm not watching it. Fuck it. I tried to come up with a reason on the spot. I have no interest in this.
It's terrible. When the over under.
And you know what? I also don't want to support. I don't want to support Bezos either. That Thursday Night Football son of a bitch. Stay in your lane, Bezos. I was so glad they got that Colts Broncos garbage, like single digit scoring game last week. I'm not supportive of them taking over Thursday night.
I agree with that. I'm not supportive of Thursday Night Football in general, but moving on. San Fran -5.5 at Atlanta, over under 44.5. My pick, not bet, is San Fran and San Fran to cover. I don't know if I'm going to bet this or not. What are you doing?
I actually might. So San Fran to cover, I like it. As long as Cordell Patterson is on the injured reserve, who does Atlanta really have? Like, who are their weapons, truly? And the Niners, I know, look, we've talked about Jimmy G before. Maybe his head's not in it. Maybe he doesn't have that dog in him. Maybe all that's true. But I think they're going to spank the Falcons, man. They're just not a good team. And their biggest offensive threat is out. So Niners are going to cover -5.5. I might take that.
I like it. Maybe a teaser piece for me. You know how I'm feeling about my teaser.
Yeah,
maybe
sure,
tease
sure.
it. Maybe tease it down for them just to win and not cover. But I do think they cover. It's just this has been a weird season. My New England Patriots at Cleveland. How the hell is Cleveland favored in this game?
Don't know. I'm glad you said that. I don't know.
I'm not going to bet it. That's not true. I'll probably sprinkle the Patriots a little bit, but
you fucking liar.
Because I don't. Here's the thing with the Patriots is they're not supposed to be good this year, and they're not. I will say that they're not, but they're not terrible. They're not the worst team in the NFL, and I think as long as you're not the worst, you have a chance at the playoffs this year.
Yeah. Well, can I ask you a quick question? I didn't see the game last week. What happened with that spanking the New England Patriots dished out, man? What happened?
Um, it was a great game plan. Honestly, they had Detroit's number. Detroit's defense is really bad. So the thing is,
Yeah,
their
that's
offense can
true.
put
Yeah.
up points, and our defense, who I don't, and I keep saying the New England Patriots defense, who besides Matt Judon and a couple players, I'm usually pretty suspect of. They shut him down. I mean, he went for it on fourth down like 8 times. He was like refusing to punt the ball. So that's also
Love it.
you give him short field, they're going to score points. It's exactly what the Patriots needed at a motivation game, specifically
Yeah,
after losing that Green Bay game in overtime, which by the way was your survivor pick. You had to be
true.
sweating that one a little bit because that went to
Oh,
OT,
dude, I
my
was
friend.
very nervous because you would have never let me hear the end of that, bro. I was sweating.
You realize that we had like 4 shoeys on that bet. That if somehow if Green Bay lost, you're gonna have to owe me like 4 shoeys. So,
But they didn't.
they
They did
didn't.
not.
They didn't.
It
No,
was a
my thing with the
heartbreaker, though.
Patriots, they're again -2.5 or +2.5 here. I think you just take a money line. I don't think there's really any value at the +2.5 against Cleveland. I wouldn't keep them in a parlay. Maybe you just put a little, half unit play on them and see what happens. The Pats are going to be in every single game they play this year. That doesn't mean they're going to win. I'm not saying they're going to dominate teams. I'm saying they're not going to get blown out by anybody. They're going to be in every
Yeah,
single game.
perhaps. Yeah, for me, it's a pick 'em. It's a coin flip. I'm gonna watch this. I'm not gonna bet on it.
Jets +7.5 at Green Bay, over under at 45. Pick is Green Bay. I don't like the 7.5. I can see Green Bay winning by a touchdown here. I'm personally going to stay away from this game because I don't think Green Bay is that good. I know the Jets are not that good, but this is one of those games that's going to screw a lot of people in gambling next week.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, bro. These teams have the same goddamn record right now. Both 3-2, man. I don't I think this is going to be a textbook 2022 NFL season upset here. I'm not gonna call it. I'm probably not gonna bet it, man. But dude, this is one of those games. You feel like, okay, yep, Packers at Lambeau. Of course they could beat the Jets, right?
Mhm.
Oh man, this is I'm telling you, man, I'm tempted to take the the +7.5. I really am, man, because I think I said this earlier, JB. The Jets are just sick of sucking. And I think they're young. They got some dogs. Their defense showed up last week. The whole team showed up last week. The offense showed up. They look good. Does Green Bay look good? No, they got a bunch of dinosaur receivers. Who are their threats, bro? Randall Cobb? I don't, they're not the Packers of old, bro. I'm just saying. Probably going to
Oh,
stay
they're
away.
definitely not. They're definitely not. And Rodgers is overrated. I mean, don't get me wrong. Rodgers is still a great quarterback, but they said he was top 3 going into the season. He's the furthest thing from
All right.
top 3 quarterback this year.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
He relied on Devontae Adams too heavy. So the only thing I'll say, but you're crowning the Jets here a little too. Like, it was a third fucking string quarterback from the Dolphins.
Yeah, that's true, dude. That's true. All right, look.
I don't even know who that. Like, I didn't even know what happened. The only reason was like I was playing a guy in fantasy and he had Teddy Bridgewater starting and he got hurt, and I was like, nice.
You know what? To be honest, JB, I actually forgot about that. I assumed that Bridgewater was in there, and I forgot that happened. All right, so that does change things a bit. I'll tell you what I do like. Jets at +10. Mr. Alternate Spread might be making a visit to this game. Jets +10, tasty. I like it.
Just to be clear, his name is Skylar Thompson. I've never heard of him. He was 19 for 33 for 166 yards, 1 interception, and 2 sacks.
Okay, Skylar Thompson. What a
quarterback rating of 58.
Yeah.
So moving on. Jacksonville +2 at Indy, -2, over under 42. Tempted to take Jacksonville here. I think the wrong team was favored. Indy at home is a little scary to me. They did beat the Chiefs when they were in Indy. I like the over a lot here. I think it's gonna be more than 42 points scored here, and I do like Jacksonville. Honestly, just take a money line. Don't even like the +2 is not gonna do anything for you. Just take a money line.
The over, JB. I think you nailed it, man. I think you nailed it. 42. I like that. Trevor Lawrence is going to have a bounce back game. The kid is he's going to show something this year. I still think this season is going to be a big step forward for him. I know he didn't show it last week. NDD has been garbage consistently. They were supposed to be, top 5, top 7 D this year, but they certainly have not shown that. I like that over here, man. And do I think Jacksonville would win, man? I'd pick them straight up. I'm not sold on Indy. I don't care. They beat the Chiefs. That was weird. They look so bad. Matt Ryan looks so bad. Jonathan Taylor, who knows how he's going to be? Let's assume he's going to play after that ankle sprain. Like, I'm just not sold on Indy at all.
No, I think you're right. Yeah, I'm as we're talking, I'm feeling like overly confident about Jacksonville, which is where I'm trying to pump the brakes and say, okay, nope, this is the NFL. Anything can happen, but I do honestly think the wrong team's favorite here. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Minnesota -3.5 at Miami, over under 45.5. Rumor is Miami is going with that Skylar Johnson kid, third string quarterback. So I think that spread is pretty fucking damn low when you lose the Jets the way they did. So I like Minnesota -3.5 here a lot. Definitely a teaser or parlay piece. Definitely a teaser and parlay piece with potentially San Fran at -5.5.
Dude, if the third stringer is indeed starting, this line does not reflect that, in my opinion. Minnesota's been looking good, man.
Yeah. I mean, they haven't officially announced it. The line was pulled as of like, I don't know, an hour ago because I didn't get shit done until right before this started. And I literally just went on my phone that said it's trending towards him starting. I think the problem is Bridgewater's, I think, in concussion protocol, and they're taking that to the nth degree.
Oh, yeah.
Tua. So,
they fucking blew it, man, with Tua. I mean, not to put any blame on anyone, but the second that gets media attention, bro, that liability spidey sense kicks in with the NFL. They start fucking firing people. And so Bridgewater probably is not going to play. I like taking them at -3.5 now before this line gets out of control.
Like it. Cincy -2 at New Orleans, over under 43. I do like Cincy, but what I really like here is the over under at 43. New Orleans beat someone last week. Was it Seattle? But there was a lot of points scored in that game, and I think Cincy can put up a lot of points. 43 seems low for these two teams, in my opinion.
Yeah, they did. They did beat Seattle. They put up 39 points, man. However, for me with the Bengals, it comes down to, like, is T. Higgins gonna play? I think he practiced today. I assume he plays. If he does play, man, I think that Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd combo is lethal. They got some stud wide receivers, man. They got options there. So if they roll in healthy, I do like the Bengals here. However, the Saints are tough to figure out, man. They really are. I think this line is about right, to be honest. I'm staying away from this, man. I don't know what to make really of either team. They've just been off and on, man. But I'll take Cincy.
I like it. Just look at it. Looks like Winston is going to be the quarterback of the Saints. There was some question if Dalton was going to have to start for him. If it was Andy Dalton, I would say slam Cincinnati. One could argue, Dalton's revenge game or bullshit. Andy Dalton doesn't have that.
right.
Definitely. We talk about Jimmy Garoppolo not having that dog in him. Andy Dalton definitely does not have that dog in him. So I don't worry about that at all.
I agree.
Baltimore -5.5 at the Giants, over under 45. I am staying away from this game, staying away from the over, staying away from the points, everything. I think Baltimore should win, but the Giants have surprised the hell out of me this year. It's in New York. I can see defense happening. I can see offense happening. I'm going to stay away.
Yeah. New York Giants, 4-1. 4-1, dude. What? This is dangerous. Looks like a trap. My initial instinct, Baltimore. They're rolling, bro. Take the Ravens. They're leading their division. They're looking pretty damn good. But, especially what the Giants did last week, man, I'm not going to question them at this point, especially at home. So, pass.
Like it. Tampa at Pittsburgh. Tampa -8, over under 44. Like, I should take Tampa, but I'm not going to. It's too many points. Like, Tampa barely beat the Atlanta Falcons last week. I'm going to stay away from this unless I throw Tampa into a teaser where I get them at -1. I don't see them losing to Pittsburgh, right? But no, I don't. The money line's too expensive. You got to put them in a teaser to make any money out of it, basically.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, man. You know what I'm thinking is Bucks -2.5. Bucks -2.5. That's get some juice on it, man. The Steelers are bad. The Steelers are really bad. You know what I mean? So that I'll probably be looking to do that, some kind of alternate spread to get some better value because it's a lot of points, man. -8, and it's not like you said, They're not lighting it up like
Nope.
we thought they would. Maybe your boy Tom's got some shit on his mind, bro. I don't know, but they're not lighting it up.
All right. Listen, get the personal shit out of Brady's life. Okay, man's going through some stuff, and his
Yeah.
center is out for the season. When you lose
Yep.
what is arguably the most important offensive lineman, things happen. And I'll leave it at
Yep. Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
And Antonio
sure.
Brown can go fuck himself, by the way, posting shit that he's.
Oh,
like,
that's fucked up. That is fucked up, man.
He's a fucking piece of shit, dude.
Yeah, really bad. I mean, we knew that. We knew that already, but holy shit, man, with this latest thing, like, what's wrong with you, bro?
I think we currently have one person listening to us live. I really hope it's Antonio Brown.
I'm pretty sure it's me, actually, because I have the browser open.
Carolina plus 9.5 at the Rams minus 9.5 over under 41.
So
stay away from the spread. Baker Mayfield looks terrible. Carolina is terrible. They fired their coach. The Rams have not shown me anything.
Right.
The only thing is that is a low over under. That is very low.
Indeed. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
So do you just root for points and hope this just is a stupid game that goes to like 28-35 and you win some money in the over? But besides the over under, I'm not touching it. You?
For me, it's one of those games, man. Look, at the NFL level, right? This isn't college, bro. At the NFL, these guys are monsters. They're super talented, right? When you get a team in the Carolina Panthers that have just had their head coach, who has failed them, fired, right? Interim coach steps in. There's some locker room chat with these guys. These guys are super, super skilled and talented bros. I'm telling you, man. And these are the games where after the fucking head coach is fired, these guys show up for themselves. Pride is on the line, right? For me, this is like new chapter type shit that I think happens frequently with these teams that are tanking. And it's like they're liberated, man, when the coach is fired. I think this is an example. But what have the Rams done this year? Jesus Christ. Remember how high we were, the defending Super Bowl champs, on these guys? They have nothing. They've done nothing, man. And I think this is a 9.5 points. It's a lot of points, bro. It's a lot of points. So am I saying Carolina wins this game? No, but I think they're going to come out and fight, man. I really do, for their own pride. And at plus 9.5, that is tempting. And like you said, that over, I don't care, man. It's that is low. So if I were to pick a play, man, I would take the Panthers at 9.5, banking on the upset, banking on these guys finding a sense of pride in themselves in making this a close game.
I can't even stress how much I disagree with everything you just said. But
Really?
I just they're bad, man. They're bad. I mean, who's their
why are they bad?
quarterback?
Why are they bad? They have no leader. They have no head coach. That's why they're bad. All right. These guys, wait till you hear the locker room speech. It's gonna hit YouTube, and you're gonna
From
be
who?
like,
Baker
fuck.
fucking Mayfield?
Probably, yeah. He's probably got the most followers out of anyone on that team, right?
Didn't
Or
they
maybe
sit him
McCaffrey.
They sat him
McCaffrey will
down
post
last
it.
week for PJ Walker, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, you're saying who gives the speech?
Oh, hey, you're so confident? I just read this. PJ Walker to start in week 6. They're benching Baker Mayfield. I don't think he got hurt last week. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he got hurt, but they're benching Baker Mayfield. So hang on. That speech Baker Mayfield is going to give. Yeah, that's going to be real.
No, you didn't hear me out, bro. PJ Walker gives the speech.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
The leaders of that team have been fired. Baker Mayfield, get out of here. Head coach gone. And guess who steps up? PJ Walker rallies the troops, makes it a close game. Panthers plus 9.5. Let's go.
Are you that confident? I will take the Rams minus 9.5 and call it a shooty bet. Like, are you that? I'm not going to bet any money on it, but if you want to call it a shoey bet, I will take the Rams at minus 9.5.
Minus 10.
The spread's minus 9.5. All right, you're not going to fucking juice the line on me, fucker.
All right, shoey bet. Let's go. Plus 9.5. Panthers.
All right, shoey bet. It's on. That's such a terrible game to have a shoey bet on.
Hey, horrible game. What just happened? What happened?
You're going to regret that tomorrow. Arizona minus 2.5. Seattle plus 2.5. Over under 50.5. I think Seattle's good. They're not good. I think Arizona's good. They're not good. Over under here,
Yeah.
50.5. I could see it happening. I'm probably going to touch the over under and not touch anything else here, but who knows? Who knows? What are you doing?
Yeah. No, nothing. I'm staying away from this. Kind of like what you said, man. If anything, I'd lean towards Seattle just because it's home. They're both 2-3, sitting at the bottom of the division. I want to like the Cardinals, man. I do, but they just haven't been consistent enough. So I'm staying away from this. I think the line's about right. I lean towards Seattle just because of what they do at home. But yeah, pass.
This next game.
Hell yeah, dude.
I just want to watch it. Honestly, I don't.
For sure.
I'm going to take the Chiefs because anytime you get the Chiefs at plus money, I'm going to. I'm going to take the Chiefs money line just to juice it up a little bit. But more so, I just want to watch this game. I think this is going to determine who is in the AFC Championship. I am personally rooting for the Chiefs, right? Another loss to Buffalo helps my Patriots. Patriots are not out of it by any stretch of the imagination here with everything that's going on. So I am going to be rooting for the Chiefs, which is very hard for me to stomach because I hate Patrick Mahomes. But good game. I would say just enjoy it. Over under, I think it's at that line. Buffalo's defense is very good. That's a little high. Chiefs plus 2.5. Just balls to the wall. Take Chiefs money line, but more and so enjoy the game. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. So first of all, why do you hate Mahomes?
So I don't hate Mahomes. I hate Mahomes' wife and his brother. They are
I forgot about his brother.
of not staying in their lane. Like Mahomes is such a good quarterback, and he's actually a good guy from everything that I've heard. But when his brother is so dumb that he's doing some TikTok dance on Pat Tillman's like logo and their field on 9/11, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't know it was fucking roped off." He's an asshole.
Yep. All right, I just wanted to check. Say no more. I just want to check because, I like
Exactly.
Mahomes as well. Incredible playmaker. Is he an effective leader? I'm not sure about that. He's got some time to prove it, but I like him. Super talented dude. But about this game, man, Kansas City showed me on Monday night of this week that their run defense needs some serious work. Jacobs made them look like fools all night. What did he have? 150 yards or something? I don't remember. However, I'll tell you, if you let the Raiders do that to you and they got burned, God knows how, at least 3 times their secondary got torched. That's not going to work when Buffalo comes to town, man. It's not. So for that reason, I would lean towards Buffalo. I do like the over. JB, I do like the over. As good as Buffalo's D is, Mahomes is not your average quarterback. The dude makes plays, and you see what Kelsey can do to get open, man. Juju Smith-Schuster, he hasn't shown up like we thought he would this season. So who do they got really besides Kelsey? McKinnon has his occasional bursts, but I don't know. I just think somehow they're going to manage to pass that 54. But like you said, man, I'm just going to watch it. Really want to see this, but pick would be Buffalo.
So what do you think Kansas City needs to put up in order for that over to hit?
Oh, for that over to hit. So let's say Buffalo. I think Buffalo is going to put up, I would say 28. Let's say I'm going to say 28 points go up on KC's D. Maybe even low 30s, right? So I think if KC can put up 20, let's say I need 20 to 25 points from KC. Do you think that's possible against Buffalo's D? Possible, yes. But is it a given? No.
No, I'm just looking at what they put up elsewhere. I mean, it's right in the range of what they put up. I mean, sometimes they put up as low as 17, right?
Right. And that's kind of, I could see that playing out this time, right? 17 against the Bills D. To me, that's realistic, right? But what I would need from them to make this happen is probably 20 to 25, I believe.
I got to see what if the Bills D is healthy or not. That's a huge thing. Like they've been.
What's up with their secondary, bro? Yeah, good call. What's up with their secondary?
So I think they're like. I mean, that one guy's out for the season.
But they had at least 3 starters.
But Poyer's back, and Poyer again. I hate saying hate the Bills. Poyer's like the best corner in the NFL.
Yeah.
He's back, and I'm pretty sure he's not just back; he's like 100% healthy. So,
all right, well, that means something.
All right, moving on.
Yeah,
Dallas at Philly, minus 6.5 for Philly, over under 42. Think the Eagles are real.
Yes, sir.
I think I like the over under here. I think this game might be closer than people think. Don't sleep on Cooper Rush, man. He's undefeated. He's undefeated this season.
If anything, I
Undef-
thought you were going to say Dallas's D's looking pretty good, which they are. But I'm sorry, like I've been saying, JB, since the start, who's got answers? Who's got answers for Jalen Hurts in that offense, man? Nobody. Nobody. And I don't think it's Dallas when they come to Philadelphia this time. Take Philadelphia, I think, with the spread. I think they cover that 6.5. Eagles D is looking pretty damn good, man. I don't know what Cooper Rush is going to do against that. How do you feel about the over, man? 42. Pretty low, but to
I
me, it
like
seems
it. The only
right.
thing that I'm a little so I had the over in the Cards Eagles game last week and it didn't happen. I was actually set up pretty good to hit because if the Cardinals hit that field goal to send it to overtime, I was pretty damn close to having the over under hit.
Mm,
So I'm a little gun shy. The Eagles have been good to me on the over under. To your point, Dallas's defense isn't terrible, but it is low.
yeah, it is.
And there's no one to your point. So I guess I'm sold. The Eagles are real. 6.5 is a lot of points for me, so I'm not going to touch that. Over under is probably there for me. But the bigger thing that I like to point out is the NFC East is really tight. So this is a big game, right? Because if
Mhm.
somehow Dallas beats the Eagles, it gets that much tighter. Like the Giants are
Absolutely. That's a
good,
great point.
Eagles
Yeah,
are tighter. Like this is a huge fucking game. Like okay,
it's a
Washington
great point.
football team, see you later. No one cares about you. Carson
Right.
Wentz is garbage. Your owner's a piece of shit. Whatever.
Yeah, hey,
Um,
take it easy. Take it easy.
I hate them. That's why I'm not watching them on fucking Thursday Night Football.
Thursday.
But this is a huge game. That's why I
It
honestly just
is.
want to
It
sit and
is,
watch
man.
it because this could flip how the season plays out for both teams here.
That's actually a good point, man. You're making me a little nervous. There's a lot on the line here, but I still got Philly, man.
And last thing I'll say is if Cooper Rush beats the Eagles, right? I think the
That's a big fucking deal, man.
big fucking deal, right? But if he does that and he then I think they become tied record, but they would have first place because they beat the Eagles. You come in
Mhm.
and say, Dak, it's still your job.
You do. You have to. You have to,
No, see,
bro. You
no,
have
you
to.
don't. You don't.
Oh, come on, dude. Not gonna happen, man. They're not gonna beat the Eagles, first of all. And if they do, they're not gonna say, sorry, Dak Prescott. Cooper Rush is the future of America's football team.
Well, Dak Prescott's an overrated quarterback. And speaking of overrated quarterbacks, let's talk
Oh,
about Broncos country. Let's
that's
ride. How
right,
the fuck is this guy getting so many primetime games? How has he got
Oh,
so many goddamn
I
primetime
don't know,
games?
dude. I'm telling because everyone was thinking like we were thinking, JB, back on before the season started. Denver's going to be a problem. Russell Wilson is going to be a problem. Broncos country, let's ride. When that aired, everyone was like, "Oh shit, here it comes, Broncos country, let's go."
No one,
Holy
no, all
shit!
right, no one thought that. No one, I agree with everything you said until he made that video.
I
And
tried
people
to,
got pumped up by that video. No, that did not
I
happen.
tried to sneak that in. I tried to slip it right by you. Yeah, it didn't work.
Pick is the Chargers -5. I feel very, very confident about it. I'll probably take it straight up -5, and I'll probably put them in a teaser piece as well.
Me too, -5. I love it. I'm gonna think about what kind of parlay I could cook up with the Chargers at -5. I like it a lot, especially at home, especially in the spotlight. Boom.
Bye weeks. Oh, I fucking hate bye weeks. Detroit, Vegas, Tennessee, Houston. Nothing you're really missing there. So moving on.
No, no.
All right, let's run through these. Again, I feel very confident about college football, so we'll probably start
You
spending
do,
more.
man. You do.
Penn State at Michigan -7 for Michigan over under 51. I want to watch this game, which is why it's up there. I'm not going to bet it. Penn State's defense
Alright.
is really good, so the over under scares me. I do think Michigan wins -7 rivalry game, a little too much, so stay away.
Yeah.
Kansas at Oklahoma.
Oh,
Oklahoma
yeah.
getting 9. Oklahoma getting 9 against my
Dog.
Jayhawks.
Go dog, bro.
Bro, don't just take the points. Take dog. Straight up money line,
Yeah.
Kansas. Okay.
Money line, Rock
Um,
Chalk Jayhawk.
I would stay away from the over under here only because Texas smoked Oklahoma 49-0. So if Oklahoma
Right.
gets in their way, they're literally going to put up 0 fucking points.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
think Kansas is the play here, and I honestly feel very confident about it.
Oh, I love
Um,
it. I'm gonna tail that, JB.
Iowa State at Texas. Texas -16.5. The spread is right. 49.5. I want to take because Texas simply put 49 points up on Oklahoma. So can Iowa State get a field goal? Maybe just something. Let's see. Minnesota at Illinois. Minnesota -6.5. Over under 39.5. It's super low over under. I think Illinois is that bad. I said that earlier.
Yeah.
And it burned me in the season. I am going to take Minnesota -6.5. I think they cover by like 2 or 3 touchdowns here.
All right.
Alabama at Tennessee +7.5. I don't know if Bryce Young is playing or not.
If he
Alabama, Texas
doesn't,
A&M was way too close for me last week. So I'm not going to take the points here, but I am going to. Sorry, I'm not going to take the spread. I am going to take the over under at 66. Tennessee's been putting up a ton of points, and it's still Alabama. They can score very quickly.
that'll
So
hit. Yeah, that'll
I think
hit.
the 66 is very, very well to hit.
Yeah, yeah.
Oklahoma State at TCU minus 3.5. I really like TCU in this spot at minus 3.5. I think the points are right. Over under is way too much. 68.5. Stay away from that.
That's yeah.
NC State at Syracuse. Syracuse plus 3.5. Another one. Wrong team's favor. Take NC State. Take a money line. They're going to win this game outright against Syracuse.
What about the points?
Syracuse may not put up any points, which is what
I
scares
was gonna
me.
say it's pretty low, man. 41.5.
NC State could win like 14-0, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Okay.
Arkansas at BYU. BYU plus 1.5. Over under 66.5. Want to say the wrong team's favored here, but it's plus 1.5, so it's basically a pick 'em. Probably a stay away game, but we'll see if the spread moves at all. This is where we get into some real over under sickness. Northern Illinois at Eastern Michigan. Eastern Michigan minus 2.5. Over under 66. Over under will absolutely hit. It'll probably be like close to 80.
No defense.
No, it's just it's nothing. I think
High
it's
school defense.
Yeah, this might be the Maction. Is this Maction? But it's basically just fucking two teams that are just going to throw up touchdowns. Like they'll have 3 or 4 scores in the first quarter. Same thing with Kent State at Toledo. Toledo minus 7.5. Yeah, they're probably going to cover that. The 61.5. That's definitely going to hit over. So take that.
All right.
LSU at Florida. Florida minus 3. Over under 52. Take Florida. LSU is bad.
They are,
LSU
man. We were
bad.
trying to hype them up earlier, man. They're not good.
They're terrible. So, Clemson at Florida State. Florida State plus 3.5. Over under 51. I think Florida State's the live dog here. Clemson has not impressed me at all. Florida State's played tough with everyone they have. I say take a shot at Florida dog here. I think it's worth this. I think it's worth the money. Same thing with Mississippi State and Kentucky, man. Kentucky's not bad. You get Kentucky getting 4.5. Take a money line. See what happens. All right, just see what happens. Let's do a parlay here. I'll call it right now. Kentucky money line, Florida State money line, Kansas money line, and what was the other one?
Oh, this is the dog parlay.
Oh yeah, serious dog. Dogs are barking.
You're cooking up a dog parlay on the spot.
That might be it. Might be a 3-teamer.
That's fine.
Kentucky,
some value there.
Kentucky, Florida State, Kansas. Maybe throw in Arkansas, but that honestly, Arkansas could be favored by the time I get the bet in. So we'll see what happens.
Don't get cocky, man. I like that 3.
USC at Utah minus 3.5. Over under 65. I think it should be closer to pick 'em, but I do like the over under at 65. Both teams score a lot. Oh, Washington State, Oregon State. This is gonna be a very good game. Very good game. I think Wazoo does have money value at plus 3.5 here. I think they have value at money line. 52.5. I like that over. So they're going to definitely be in my over under parlay, and Washington State might be in my dog parlay as well. Washington State has been so close to beating so many good teams. Like they've lost ridiculous. They've lost so many ridiculous games. That Oregon game still haunts me, but whatever.
Yeah, I know, man. I like the way you split that up, man.
All right, listen. We're at 49 minutes. Okay. I know we have strong opinions about this fight card of Grasso.
What am I looking at right here?
By the way, I couldn't even download the English version. It's in Spanish. I couldn't find the English version.
I love it.
But I say I couldn't find it. I literally Googled the first image, and that's what it was. I was like, whatever. No one's going to notice.
I'm surprised they even made a poster for this, to be honest. This is a prelim fight, and I don't feel bad about saying that. I truly believe this is a prelim fight, and somehow this is a main card main event.
Got to put on shows every week, man.
Jesus Christ.
All right. So, I mean, let's just go real quick to these prelims. Mike Jackson versus Pete Rodriguez. Jackson plus 500. Rodriguez minus 675. I'm not touching it. Are you?
No, this line is wild, bro. Get me away from this.
Moving on. CJ versus Tatsuro Taira. CJ plus 200. Taira minus 240. I like CJ here only because he's plus 200. Sprinkle maybe getting a little crazy at the prelim fight, but haven't decided. So potential CJ play for me. Otherwise, staying away. You?
No, I like that. I'm staying away from it. Tatsuro is unproven, bro. Single fight in the UFC, and you're going to be minus 240 against a vet like Vergara. I'm staying away from it, but I like your play on this one.
Rodriguez versus Hughes. Rodriguez minus 165. Hughes plus 140. Women's Science, female underdog,
Take the dog.
plus
Take the dog.
140.
Take the dog.
Take Sam Hughes.
I'm not doing it, but I praise you for it.
Brito versus Alexander. Brito minus 390. Alexander plus 320. Not touching it. You?
No, not doing anything with this. Move on.
Nick Maximov. Maximov? How do you say his name? Maximov?
Maximov, yeah.
And Jacob McCollum. Dude, I should never be like a UFC now. I would.
I think you should, man. It's kind of funny.
Nick minus 135 and Jacob plus 115. We're gonna go first names on this one. I like Nick. I think the price is right. I'm a little biased. You reminded me that Nick is Diaz's boy, so now I'm even a little higher on him. I'm gonna bet Nick. I'm gonna bet Nick. Probably the biggest bet I'll make on the prelim card here. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. I think UFC's still propping him up, man, Mr. Maximov. I think they know he's going to take this one. I don't think Malkoun sucks. I truly don't. The dude lost to Brendan Allen by decision, but Brendan Allen, I think he's legit. I think Nick's got this. I think the UFC, they're grooming him to be on the big stage, and I'm not going to bet against Maximov. Doesn't mean I'm sold on him as a fighter. I think he's got some good jiu-jitsu, good wrestling, certainly needs some work with his hands, and I think that's where the risk is against Malkoun. But I'm staying away from it. I'll watch him fight. I'll watch Maximov win again and watch the UFC just salivate over the money that they hope to make off of this guy someday.
Nice. Rafael versus Victor. Ralph getting plus 300. Victor minus 365. No, thank you. You?
Wow, this line. I'm surprised by it. Dude, Rafael Assunção has fought studs, bro. Do you see this guy's resume? I mean, his last 4 fights have been bad. He's been finished 3 out of his last 4. But listen,
have you seen this guy's resume? I mean, his last 4 fights have been
terrible. No. The names in this guy's resume, bro. Let me fire off some names. Ricky Simone, Cody Garbrandt, Corey Sandhagen, Magic Marlon. Marias, dude, those are his last 4 fights, bro. And then guess what? Before that, Rob Font. He beat Rob Font. He beat Aljamain Sterling. Granted, this was 2017. So, look, bottom line, I think he's past his prime, right? He's lost his last 4. He's got finished 3 of those last 4.
How old is this fucking guy?
He's 40 years old, man. He's 40. So, he's up there. Victor Henry, I've been super impressed with this guy watching him fight. I really have. He's 35, so he's not a young buck anymore. I'm surprised by the line, man. I thought it was going to be closer. I really did. So for that reason, I'm going to stay away, man. If I can sneak Victor Henry into a parlay, like maybe I'll consider it. But, I think Victor Henry wins this fight.
Your boy Ralph fought fucking Uriah Faber. That's how old he is. Jesus.
Well, yeah, past his prime. You know what I mean, bro? Past his prime. He fought Dillashaw twice. First time was in 2013, almost a decade ago.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy. All right, on the main card, if you can call it that. Mana Martinez, Brandon Davis. Martinez minus 155. Davis plus 135. Not touching it. You?
You know what? Brandon Davis, his first fight in the UFC, got knocked out in the first round by a no-name. All right. So not impressed. Meanwhile, Martinez, he beat Guido Canetti his first fight in the UFC. Guido Canetti, as old as he is, he's what, 42, 44? I can't remember, but he's won his last couple fights, man. For an old dude, Guido's bringing it. He beat the Randy Costa in his last fight. You remember that?
No, but yeah, go ahead.
You know who he beat before that?
Oh,
Chris Moutinho.
Oof, just running through the powertrain, huh?
Anyway, I do like Martinez in the situation. Am I going to bet it? Probably not, but I think he's going to win this fight.
Right. Misha. I'm not even going to try the last name. Versus Menafield. Misha getting plus 175. Menafield minus 205. That sounds right to me. Maybe look at Menafield by KO. I feel like he's always threatening to destroy someone. But other than that, not touching it. You?
Nailed it, JB. Menafield by KO is the play here. Menafield is a changed man, dude. His last fight against Askar Morozov, it was dude, it showed who he is, man. He played with this guy for the entire first round. He knew that there was 20 seconds left in the first round. He just decided to finish him with some elbows, man. It was a systematic destruction of that dude. And I think he is a change, man. He's coming to his own. He's 34. He knows he's not going to be fighting forever. He looked damn good. So I got him absolutely, man. And Misha, He's been knocked out 4 times in his career. He's lost 8 times. Half of them he's lost by KO. So I think KO is the recipe for success for Menafield. And, look at Misha. He's lost, 4 of his last 5. And do you know who actually knocked him out? Johnny Walker, bro. Johnny
Jesus
Walker.
Christ.
Get out of here, man. Come on. Menafield by KO. That's the play. I think it's plus 100 last time I looked. I'll take that. It's not great, but especially if money line's minus 205. All right. That's the decision. You take him straight up at minus 205 or for a little bit better by KO plus 100. I don't know. Got to think about it.
Is this Dusko?
Yeah,
Dusko minus 205 versus Jordan Wright plus 175. I hate Jordan Wright, so I want to bet Dusko, but a minus 205, I'm not going to touch it, so stay away from me.
Yeah, I'm going to stay away. I actually think it's time for Jordan Wright to get back on track, man. I really do. I mean, Dusko, he's another guy. He's lost, 3 of his last 4, and his only win was against Coconut Bombs Maki Pitolo, who I don't think is a great fighter, man. So I'm not sold on Dusko at all. I hate Jordan Wright as well. Although if you want a lock of the week, fight doesn't go the distance. I think I checked it. It's like minus 750 or something stupid. But yeah, these guys do not go the distance. They finish fights. And I think Jordan Wright actually comes out on top on this one. Not betting it, but that's my pick.
All right. Askar, first my boy, Brandon Royval.
Yeah.
Brandon Royval, this is your last opportunity with me. Okay. I'm going to bet Royval. And if he loses, I'm done. I will write him off completely. I feel like he's a good fighter. Askar's better. I know that. But they're setting this up for either Royval to rejuvenate his career or to end it, in my opinion. It's probably the latter.
End it.
But, I mean, dude, he's been hyped up and hasn't done shit.
What do you mean, bro? What are you talking about?
What has Brandon Royval done? Please list off what Brandon. Also, Tapology pitcher. Like, please tell me you're on Tapology.
No. You know me. I'm a sure dog guy.
I'm not going to do this in a live stream. I'm not going to try to share my screen on a live stream, dude. His Tapology pitcher is frightening.
All right, picture aside, dude. He beat Kai Kara France, man. He submitted him. Does that do it for you?
Old news, bro.
He submitted Matt Schnell in his last fight. Matt Schnell's a damn good fighter. I mean, dude, look at who he's lost. Okay, so I hear what you're saying, man. I think the issue is Royval shot up to the top very quickly and starts fighting guys like Brandon Moreno, lost, right? Pantoja, lost. He got finished in both those fights. Like, you know what I mean? Like, those are his last 2 losses in the past couple of years. I think what you said is spot on. Is Askarov a better fighter? I do believe so, yes. And I think Brandon Royval, when he goes up against better fighters, he either catches them in a submission or he loses, right? Is Askarov going to get caught in a guillotine or a submission from Royval? I can't bet on that, man. I think it's minus 500 if he does. But it just seems foolish, man. Maybe there's a sprinkle on Royval by sub at minus 500, maybe a quarter of a unit or something. But let's get serious, man. Askarov, I think, is the better fighter. I think he is going to come back with a fucking vengeance after losing to Kai Kara France's last fight. So pick is Askarov, but the sprinkle will come out on Royval by sub.
All right. I like it. So why I'm taking Royval is I'm going to parlay him with Cub Swanson here.
Ooh.
I am going to also bet Cub Swanson straight up. I think he's a better fighter than Martinez. I think this line is stupid. Martinez is minus 205. Cub Swanson plus 175. I think that is disrespectful to Cub Swanson. He is not a joke. You want to call this a pick'em? I'm totally fine with it. It's not anywhere that he is going to destroy Jonathan or should be that favorite against Jonathan Martinez, but to put him at plus 175, I really don't understand.
No, man, no. What has Jonathan Martinez done? Well, I mean, come on, man. I get it. Since he joined the UFC, he's been winning. I think he's only got a couple losses, right? But against who? He's not fighting anybody. Cub Swanson is a vet, man. Like you said, plus 175. Go money line on that all day while you can still get him at that. I don't understand this line, man, but I'll take Cub Swanson. This will be an actual bet, man. Money line straight up. I don't know about any parlays, man, but I think Cub wins this.
I like it. I like it. I hate that we're on the same side as that, but let's keep going.
Yeah.
The main event of the evening: Grasso versus Vivian. Araujo?
Yeah, Vivian Araujo. Yeah.
I the play has to be Grasso. Like the line, like what am I missing here? Right? Like Grasso is the pick. I don't like this fight at all. But like, who has Vivian beat? Like Roxanne
Vivian
Modafferi?
Araujo.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's dude. When you start looking at like resumes at this level in this weight class, it's you're not going to be impressed with anything. Guess what? Chikagian won by decision, like she always does. Jessica I in 2019 beat her. Dude, honestly, man, I don't even want to break this down. I really don't. I think the UFC needs to honestly just check themselves, dude. You can't be putting on these kinds of main events. Like Vivian Araujo. Like the thing is, I like both of these girls, man. I like them. I don't even mind them as fighters. I really don't. Especially Grasso, man. She's looking better and better. She's young. She's fighting in Mexico. Had the chance to move to the States. Chose not to. Still training in Mexico. Like I like these girls. But man, why is this a main event? I'll pick Grasso, I guess. But could Vivian catch her in a submission? Yes, she could. Her jiu-jitsu is really good. And Grasso has been subbed, but yeah, I'm not betting this, man. Can't do it. Can't do it.
I think that's right. I mean, I don't like. I'm looking at like, so this is Shevchenko's division, right? So is it basically like Shevchenko and then like a significant drop off on talent from there?
Yeah.
So this is Lauren Murphy. Yeah, so they're trying to serve someone up to Shevchenko, and the winner of this will probably get a fight or fight Chukagian. Isn't Chukagian like right below Shevchenko right now?
Yeah, but they might even catapult them past Chikagian. To be honest, like I think they're probably just propping Grasso up for a scrap. I mean, she's the young up and coming, face of the UFC in terms of women's fighting. So I don't know. Who cares, man? I really hate that this is a main event.
Me too. But you know what? Let's stomach through because the fight after that is going to be amazing. So we will break down 280. We'll probably need a lot of time for that. So we'll see. Coming soon, there is actually nothing scheduled, but because we went to DraftKings Sportsbook, we need to start ranking sportsbooks. So
right,
we are going to go to the Brook in Seabrook, New Hampshire, which is a sportsbook that you can place bets at. We will also go to WinBet Sports Bar at the Encore in Boston Harbor, where you currently cannot bet sports because Massachusetts can't get out of its fucking way. So we'll see. Obviously, I'm going to be a little biased towards that. So maybe we put off WinBet until it's legalized here, but there's no reason that we shouldn't hit up the Brook this football season. And
yeah. I'm excited for that, man.
What do you got for final thoughts here? Anything?
Shit, man. A lot has happened since we last got on the air. Like we said, there's been some ups, there's been some downs. In the end, as we always say, we stay positive. But listen, I think takeaways, man, pump the brakes a bit with the NFL. I am going to start to look to you, JB, to show me the way in college football. I'm actually like half sold that you have figured out college football. So I'm going to tell you on a few bets this upcoming weekend, see how it goes. All right. I'm going to put my faith in you. You need to show me the way. As far as UFC is concerned, I'm going to keep the momentum going. I am going to get some action on this upcoming card, even though we both hate it. Right. I think the RoboCop in the last card really, really took care of me, bro. So I got some momentum on my side. I'm going to dabble in some picks and keep this thing going. And by the way, I think with the sportsbook reviews, man, I got high expectations for the Brook. I got higher expectations for the Encore. And I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see some other places pop up, given the news in Massachusetts. So I like that we're getting in early, JP. I like that a lot.
I do too. I agree with you. They should all be popping up. I agree with everything you said. I'm going to severely pump the brakes on NFL. I'm probably going to pump the brakes on this UFC fight card as well and just try to save the bankroll for next week because next week I am going to probably want to lay more than I should. College, I'm still going to be there. I'm going to be messing around, man. Until I really get burned, I'm going to be there messing around. So I'm telling you, I'm very close to like a pants off, happy dance.
I know, dude. I sense it. And to say that I sense you with your pants off is just a horrible way to end this episode and show, but I do. I can't.
So we'll
lie.
end it on a little bit positive note. Bruins' first game was tonight, and the game just ended. And guess what? Bruins win.
Hey,
Bruins
all
win.
right.
Bruins win. So
Look at
starting
that,
off with
man.
some positivity. I think this is the Bruins year. We will be going to games. We will check it out, but I think they are going to go deep in the playoffs this year. With that,
Hell
that is my
yeah.
final thought. Anything else from you, Joey?
No, I love it, JB. You got to end with that positivity, brother. I appreciate that.
All right. See you next week, brother.
All right. Peace.